Imagine you just saw the man you dumped, the man you treated like literal trash, get bowed to by one of the most powerful people in the city. What would you do? If you're Soyeon Lee, you don't cry. You don't apologize. You double down on the cruelty. You thought Jin-woo was finally getting his revenge? Well, hold your horses, because the villain of our story isn't going down that easily. Soyeon Lee is currently seething in the back of a luxury sedan, and let me tell you, her pride is doing backflips. She just watched manager Han, the guy who runs the elite showroom, bow to her loser ex. Can you believe the audacity? But Soyeon? She's a master of delusion. To her, this wasn't a sign of Jin-woo's hidden power. No, no. She thinks it's some kind of mistake. A fluke. Or maybe Jin-woo spent his last penny on a cheap trick to embarrass her. And she is not about to let that slide. She looks down at her massive engagement ring, the diamond catching the light like a jagged shard of ice. This is her reality now. Wealth. Power. Status. Everything Jin-woo could never give her. A cruel smirk spreads across her face as she pulls out a thick, gold-embossed card. It's an invitation to her engagement party. And where is it being held? Only the Shinhwa Ballroom, the most exclusive venue in the entire country. This isn't just a party, it's a declaration of war. She's signing it with a flourish, her cat-like eyes gleaming with pure malice. He wants to play pretend, she whispers to herself. Fine. I'll show him what real luxury looks like. She's not just sending this to be polite. She wants to crush him. She wants to see the look on his face when he realizes that while he's playing rich man for a day, she's joined the gods of the upper class forever. She hands the invitation over like it's a poisoned dagger. She wants to make sure he doesn't miss a single detail of what he lost. The car pulls away, leaving the glitz of the showroom behind for the dark, damp alleys of the city's slums. Soyeon thinks she's delivering a final blow to his dignity. But little does she know, she's hand-delivering her own destruction. Because that basement? It's already empty. And Jin-woo? He's about to become the very thing she fears most. Are you ready to see what happens when the pauper crashes the party of the century? Because the invitation to disaster has just been signed. You won't believe the level of petty we're dealing with today. Soyeon actually did it. She sent the invitation. And not just any invitation, we're talking heavy, gold-embossed cardstock that probably costs more than a month's rent in this neighborhood. She wants Jin-woo to see it. She wants him to hold it in his calloused hands and realize that while he's rotting in a basement, she's ascending to the throne of Shinhwa. Can you imagine the look on her face when she signed the delivery order? She probably had a glass of champagne in the other hand. But here's the thing, the courier arrives at the address, and it's a nightmare. We're talking a cramped basement apartment, a dimly lit, claustrophobic space with exposed pipes and flickering fluorescent lights. The walls are peeling, and the air is so thick with the smell of damp earth you can almost taste it. The courier is hesitant. He's looking at this luxury envelope and then at the muddy brown walls, wondering if he's even in the right place. He knocks, but there's no answer. The door just creaks open. It's unlocked. He steps inside, and guys, it's like walking into a tomb. The place is completely empty. No furniture, no personal belongings, nothing but dust and shadows. It's like Jin-woo never existed. But wait, there's a sound. A faint, crackling noise coming from an old radio left on the floor. The news is playing. Chairman Lee's condition has stabilized, the announcer says. Doctors report a miraculous recovery. Did you hear that? The tides are turning while Soyeon is busy playing her petty games. She thinks she's burying Jin-woo, but she has no idea the giant is waking up. And just as the courier drops the invitation onto the dusty floor and runs out, a shadow falls across the room. It's manager Han. He's standing there, 45 years old, looking absolutely distinguished with his salt and pepper hair and those rimless glasses catching the faint light. He's in his flawless, conservative black suit, wearing those signature white gloves. He looks around this dump with a calm, inscrutable expression. He's not disgusted. He's not sad. He's a silent guardian watching the end of an era. He reaches down and picks up the golden invitation. He knows exactly what this is. It's not a taunt anymore. It's a formal request for Soyeon's own destruction. And honestly, I am here for it. The look in Han's eye says everything. The game has officially changed. Look at this view. Just look at it. From the top floor of the penthouse sky villa, the entire city looks like a toy set, a playground for people who have everything. And right there, staring into the glass, is Jin-woo. He's still wearing that oversized faded grey hoodie and those scuffed white sneakers, looking like he doesn't belong in a place this grand. He looks small against the vast skyline, but the silence? The silence in this room is heavy with tension. Suddenly, the rhythmic click of polished shoes breaks the quiet. Manager Han enters, as flawless as ever in his black suit and white gloves, bowing with that perfect 90-degree precision. He isn't carrying bad news, though. He's carrying a silver tray. And on that tray sits a single, elegant envelope. An invitation. But here's the kicker, guys, this wasn't sent to the penthouse. It was delivered to that damp, dark basement where Jin-woo used to live. Soyeon actually went through the trouble of tracking down his old shack just to stick the knife in one last time. She wanted him to see it while he was at his lowest. Jin-woo picks it up, his hand steady, his expression unreadable. He opens it to see the gold-embossed words, Soyeon and David's engagement party. Can you believe this woman? She thinks he's still that broken, jobless guy who she can just step on for fun. She's probably laughing right now, thinking she's finally rid of him. But look at Jin-woo's eyes. He isn't crying. He isn't throwing a fit. He's smiling. But it's not a happy smile. It's the kind of smile a hunter has when the prey walks right into the trap. He realizes something in that moment. Soyeon hasn't just invited him to a party. She's invited her own destruction. She's opened the door for him to walk right into her perfect little world and tear it apart from the inside. And he's not going to show up looking like a victim. No way. Jin-woo turns to Manager Han and gives his first real command, prepare the staff. I need to be ready. And then, the transformation begins. We're talking a full-on grooming session. We see the steam rising in the luxury bathroom, the sharp snip of scissors as that messy wolf cut gets cleaned up, and the reveal of the man underneath the grime. No more stubble. No more tired eyes. Just raw, cold power. When he finally steps into that bespoke suit, the change is staggering. He's not the Jin-woo from the basement anymore. He's the man who owns the city. As he crushes the corner of that invitation, you can feel the air in the room get colder. Soyeon thinks she's celebrating her future. But Jin-woo? He's planning her funeral. You won't believe the look on her face when he shows up. You see that look? That's the look of a man who's done being the victim. Jin-woo steps into the private spa of the villa, and guys, this isn't just a shower. It's a ritual. He's about to shed the skin of the loser everyone thinks he is. Can you feel the tension in the air? It's thick enough to cut with a knife. Manager Han is there, of course, standing like a sentinel with those pristine white gloves and that inscrutable expression. He knows exactly what's at stake here. As the steam fills the room, Jin-woo finally pulls off that oversized grey hoodie. And wow, did you see that? Underneath those baggy clothes is a lean, athletic build that nobody saw coming. It's like he's been hiding a weapon under his skin this whole time. He looks tired, yeah, but those soulful dark brown eyes? They're burning with a new fire. The high-end stylists move in like a tactical unit. No jokes, no small talk. They're here to manufacture a king. Have you ever had one of those moments where you just want to wash away every bad memory and every insult ever thrown at you? That's Jin-woo right now. As the charcoal black hair is being scrubbed and the warm water hits his face, he's watching the literal grime of his past life swirl down the drain. But here's the thing, the physical transformation is only half the battle. Manager Han watches with a small, satisfied nod. He sees the diamond in the rough. He knows that once that stubble is gone and that Messi's wolf cut is tamed, the world won't be able to look away. The barber lifts a straight razor. It's cold, it's gleaming, and it's about to reveal the face of the man who's going to turn the industry upside down. You won't believe the difference a single cut makes. Jin-woo stares into the mirror, and for the first time, he doesn't see a struggling delivery driver. He sees a predator. The barber's scissors finally make that first decisive snip. It's official. There is no going back now. The old Jin-woo is dead. Can you feel it? The moment that barber's scissors made that first cut, the tired, unassuming guy in the faded grey hoodie vanished forever. We're watching a rebirth, guys, and it is absolutely glorious. First, the grooming. Jin-woo steps out of a private steam room, his pale skin glowing, the stubble on his jawline completely gone. His charcoal black hair, once a messy wolf cut, is now styled into a sharp, sophisticated look that highlights those soulful, dark brown eyes. But here's the thing, the transformation isn't just skin deep. It's the way he stands. The way he breathes. He's not hiding his athletic build anymore. And then, the suit arrives. Manager Han enters, holding a bespoke midnight blue suit that looks like it was woven from the night sky itself. This isn't just clothing, it's armor. As Jin-woo slides his arms into the silk-lined sleeves, the atmosphere in the room shifts. It's heavy. It's regal. Manager Han, the ever-composed gentleman with his rimless glasses and white gloves, steps forward. He doesn't just help with the cufflinks. He handles Jin-woo with the reverence you'd show to a sleeping dragon that's just woken up. And then, it happens. Manager Han steps back, his salt and pepper hair catching the light as he drops into a perfect 90-degree bow. He says the words that change everything, "You are ready, Chairman Kang." Did you hear that? Chairman. Jin-woo turns toward the full-length mirror. He stares at the reflection. The man looking back isn't the victim Soyeon thinks she can bully. He's not the trashed her family discarded. He is elite. He is dangerous. He is a king. That sharp, piercing gaze in the mirror? That's the look of a man who's about to walk into a den of snakes and tear them all apart. You won't believe what happens when he shows up at that party. The disaster is just beginning.